Hello everybody, it's F4 for the weekly update. So a few things today. First of all, this week's schedule. We have more Blossom Tales. Monday and Thursday, I said, right? Wednesday and Saturday are going to be more Trails on Much Games, since it works out for that. And there should be a stream on Tuesday. So yeah, full schedule. There might be something later today. We'll see. But yeah, that's the schedule for my stuff. This week's stream, I think I said last week that it was going to, or last stream or whatever, that was going to be Bug Fables. But I'm thinking it's either going to be that or Mario 3D World with my brother. Depends if it gets here on Tuesday, because it's in the mail. Excuse me. But we'll see. I know everybody and their mother is doing Mario 3D World right now, but I haven't played that game in a long time. We might be doing the Bowser's Fury thing, I don't know, but like at the very least I'd like to just play the base game because it's fun. Yeah. So let's see. This past week we had a Animal Crossing stream where we did villager search. We got Vic, the Viking cow, who is not Patty. We also did regular visiting stream and stuff, and I had a lot of fun with that. So thank you everybody that showed up for that. Yeah, this past week was nice because I was able to do a whole load of drawing. As you can see, I'm wearing my compression thing on my hand because my hand hurts. I put it on before it started hurting. It started hurting when I was drawing, but I put it on before it got too bad this time. So my hand is manageable, so I can continue drawing today. I don't celebrate it, but happy Valentine's Day to everyone involved. Just a reminder, whether you have someone or not, I still very much appreciate you and your presence around here. While I may not have romantic feelings, I do very much value each and every one of you, and I really mean that every time I say it. So thank you for sticking around. I do love you, and thanks for being you. No matter where you are in life at the moment. So let's see what happened in the last week. I drew a thing. Well, I guess I'll get to the art later. I drew a thing for Stephen George's 10th anniversary. So I'll show you in a little bit. Did a bunch of art this week. Let's see. Right, the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl game was kind of a bust, wasn't it? But I still enjoyed it, and I got a lot of food out of it, so it's a win-win. It was fun it's always fun to riff, when it's going on. So, it was a slaughter though. Poor Kansas City. Let's see. What else happened this week? Alright, I had a post-op, 6 weeks out appointment with my surgeon for the back surgery, and everything looks good. It was just it wasn't like x-rays or anything. It was pretty much, hey, how are you feeling? Do you think anything is wrong, based on how you're feeling? And I'm definitely doing better than I was 6 weeks ago. I still have some lingering pains. Some are worse than others. Especially based on positional sitting or whatever, but it's definitely getting better. So at this point I can start doing mild exercise, like nothing with impact, like physical impact, jogging, things like that, nothing that'll jar my bones, but like walking or doing like elliptical stuff or things like that. And I just can't until June, like 6 months out from the surgery, which was in December. So until June-ish, I can't do anything like heavy lifting or jogging or heavy labor. Things that will put a strain on bones that are newly forming right now. So yeah, I can't do much, but I'm gonna try to do what I can, and I'm probably gonna be really sore, but it's fine. Let's see. We're packing up like a whole bunch of stuff in our downstairs room. We call it the den. Everyone has different names for the rooms in their house, so we call it the den. But it's like where all the old games are and stuff. And one of the things that we found was a thing of baseball cards that I remember. I didn't collect them. My older brother collected them, but it was just like baseball cards. I don't think any of these have any value. Like, I don't know. I think that the baseball card boom already popped. The bubble already popped, but like we have like 2 cards over here. We got a Daryl Strawberry. Remember that guy from '87? But yeah, I don't know why these are in glass specifically or plastic. And Greg Jeffries, future star of the Mets. There's just something funny about that phrase, future star of the Mets. We just got a whole bunch of cards here from like the late 80s, early 90s, and a few mixed in from like the 90s era. From all sorts of teams. Back, we just, my older brother used to collect like the tops baseball cards. I don't really like know any of the names on these things. Even with like the Yankees, it's mostly players I was going to say characters, players I've never heard of. Got the Mariners and the Mets and these are actually in order of team alphabetically, which is surprising. But yeah, I don't know much about like the late 80s sports teams. Although if it's the late 80s Mets, it would be around their second championship, right? What was that, 86, 87? Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go through these one day just to see if, for whatever reason, there's anything of value in there. But it's just one of those things like, oh yeah, people collected baseball cards. That was a big thing. Yeah, I also found a bunch of Star Trek The Next Generation action figures that I remember from as I was a kid. A game called The Uncle Wiggily Game from Milton Bradley. If any of you have ever played Uncle Wiggily, let me know. It's a rabbit. It's nothing bad going on. He's a rabbit. It's kind of like a Candyland type of thing. You go along a board and you flip a card, and the card tells you how many spaces to move or whatever. It's a very simple game, but I don't know. It's an old game. Let's see. Some more art that I'll get to. I got, I think I showed it off last week. I got a thing off a Redbubble from Mel George that's right there in my closet, which is like a Breath of the Wild thing. So I had also ordered a bunch of other stuff, which were transparent stickers, so those came last week. But they're really nice. One is like a scene from Onette. I'm not going to wait for the camera to adjust, unless I just want to set it automatically to just be like that, so I can... Yeah, so like a Master Sword thing, Onette with the guy playing the saxophone thing, Abzu, Skyrim, I forgot the area name, Animal Crossing thing, which is really nice, Tin Tower, and another Onette scene. So I don't think I showed these off last week because they didn't come last week, but yeah, very cool. I just love her art, and when we have the ability soon, I'm going to be getting a whole bunch of like larger prints of her stuff, of a few of the pieces, like the Breath of the Wild thing, so that we can frame it and like place it around the house outside of my room. I'm very excited for it. I think it'll just go really well with the house and like our game room or something. Let's see. Did some art for the Animal Crossing thing. It's very hard to draw on a Switch, even when you have a stylus. The stylus that I have is it's like a little tablet stylus for certain types of screens. It has like a soft point to it, so it's very imprecise. But yeah, I can't use a regular stylus on the Switch screen. It has to be one of these things that's somehow works as a fingered press. One second. But it's neat. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm proud of the art that I did there. I've been doing just like little projects. I've been also trying to, well, something I try to do. If you've been wondering, if you look at my art on Twitter or whatever, you're like, Dovey, this stuff doesn't look as good. You know, your sketches or whatever, it doesn't, or some of the pieces. Is on purpose. I know I have certain strengths in art. Everybody has their own strengths. Every artist has their own strengths. But also every artist has a whole load of weaknesses. So I try to, when I do like Patreon commissions or sketches or things, I try to go for characters or poses or, you know, like positioning of face or body or whatever that I'm not used to. So it ends up looking really bad, but it's also practice on something that I don't normally do, because it's very easy to just keep drawing the same thing over and over, and you know, you get really good at it and it's cool, but then when you have to go outside of your box, all of a sudden, you know, you realize that, well, you think that you're trash because you can't do anything else. So I'm trying to be like a jack of all trades, master of none type of thing. You know, not very good at anything, but mildly good at everything or most things. Which I don't know if that's a good thing to do, but like I enjoy practicing outside of my box, so like trying to get the weird poses or, you know, body movements or whatever. So, you know, facial expressions, things like that. You know, the ones that people don't normally go for. So I try to do that a lot with character studies of body shape and movement. You know, some things that are just more dynamic in general. And as I said, it doesn't really end up working too well, but it's practice, and that's awesome. It's always good to have practice, even if you don't have, like, you know, you don't think you have the skills for it or whatever. You know, every little bit inches toward, you know, that being a better point. Let's see, I did another Patreon thingy, and what else happened this week? Played more Hades. That was fun. I'm getting, this coming week, I think, is Persona Strikers, or is that next week? It's like, maybe it's next week. Persona 5 Strikers. So I need to finish Age of Calamity before I start another Muso game. So I don't want to have two going at the same time. And I don't know, there was art yesterday, and there's going to be art today also. We haven't gotten to it yet, but yeah, it's been a pretty quiet week otherwise. I've been just trying to get work done. I did a bunch of art, and I did a bunch of video production and other work, so I'm just hoping that there's always a weird balance, because whenever I think that I'm getting, as I'm pulling up the art over here, whenever I think that I'm getting ahead in video and art, I feel horribly disconnected from everybody around me, because it requires me to focus. I can't be on Discord or whatever, you know, when I'm recording, and I'm not very social when I'm drawing, because I need to focus on the art. So, you know, whenever I'm doing that, I feel like I get like disconnected because I have to just not pay attention to people. And I always feel like, when I come back, after recording or whatever, or drawing for a long time, and I feel like that Robin Williams, thing clip from Jumanji, with the beard and everything. What year is it? So I just feel very out of the loop all the time when I'm doing stuff. Is that not in the? Anyway, one of the things I drew, could have sworn I had something before this, but one of the things I drew, I guess I forgot to put in the moments, was a Proton Yawn. Proton John yawns a lot in his streams, and it's very infectious, so I did that. But anyway, another thing that I did was, so during the Animal Crossing streams, I visited 3 different towns and I made them art. So the first one was Jiro from My Hero Academia. It's, like I said, very hard to draw on the Switch, but I think it came out nicely. And the second one I did was Maki Roll. Maki from Danganronpa V3. And the last one that I did was Kyoko Girigiri from Danganronpa 1. So all 3 of these I decided afterwards I would just put on my computer and show the difference in skill between Switch and tablet. So here's Jiro on the Switch when I'm trying to draw with that stylus I showed you and a very limited amount of ink. It stops you. And here's it in the same amount of time that it took me to draw the Switch one. This is the on tablet with a lot more resources. So as you can see, it's a little bit of a difference. Also, same thing with Maki. It's a little bit of a difference there, as you can see. So, get a little more. This one's my favorite of the 3, by the way, of the redraws. But yeah, just a little bit more, just a little bit better when you can, have more space and time and color and everything. I tried not to color it too much more than I could do for the Switch thing, but the Switch colors on Animal Crossing, as you can see, is red, blue, and yellow. Red, blue, and yellow. So it can't do Kyoko's hair. So for that, I did give her hair color, but it's just a little. So all of these I tried to do at the same amount of time that it took, just so that it's not super mega fancy. But let's see. I had other things I just need to queue up over here. For Valentine's Day, I made a template of holding a heart thing, and I'm drawing a whole bunch of Danganronpa girls over it, so I only have one completed so far, and that's Kyoko. Which is really nice. This is on my Twitter, but I got 5 more. I have the sketches for 5 of them, so you'll all see that eventually. Yeah, I didn't put this in the moment. Okay. Anyway, the Patreon piece that I did for this week is another Futaba Sakura. This time was her in her, sorry for the glare from the computer because it's a dark background, but it's her in her Oracle outfit. I tried to do all the painting and shading and stuff that I did from the big one, the one you can see in the corner over there. The nice one from last year. It's been a year. Actually, it's been a year next month. I think I did that one at the end of February. Okay, the 27th. But yeah, so here's the sketch for it. Did one of those sketch versus final product, type things. But here's the sketch for it, which I think also looked pretty nice. But the final product also just kind of ended up being fancy. I did a flat version also, like a flat colors version, because that's what the Patreon thing calls for. But that I just wanted to do a little extra with the piece because I had a vision for it. Could have sworn there was another. Right, the Steve and George thing. Why wasn't that in the moments? Weird, I didn't put it in the moments. But anyway, so for Steve and George's 10th anniversary of Steven Plays, I did. Please forgive like the really, really, really stiff pose. I'm gonna pretend that was because it's like Minecraft or something. But I did like a celebration of various characters and Let's Plays, and he did. So there's 10 references here. Aside from the Morning Mario, which is the morning person thing. So we got like, you know, the Zelda shield, Pikmin, the Skyrim helmet, the Fallout power armor helmet, and also the Fallout vault pants. The thing that is on his waist is supposed to be a Bioshock radio. Gino is Mario 64. Kirby is like from Kirby Superstar. Galeem is Galeem. I really like how that came out, by the way. I just really like how I made that. The little guy down there is from Tulip, and the background and the carrot and everything is Magic Hand from Earthbound. So yeah, I like how it came out. I think it's nice. Again, I hate the stiff pose that I made for the guy, but I was not firing on all cylinders when I was drawing that. And I think that's it. So actually, you know, let me just make sure there's. No, I did do something on my art. Yeah, I was really bad at putting things in the moments this week, wasn't I? Okay. So on my Dovey Roth art account, right, I did, Miss Ayanella was streaming Bug Fables, so I made drew her as V, with the new product in the Stop Talking line of family of products. Stop Buzzing, the little beamerang. So I thought that was cute. And that was it for that. There's also a piece on my other art account, which I'm not showing you here. So you have to follow me there. Yeah, so that's about it. So thank you all very much for watching and stopping by and being you, and things are getting hectic over here. I'm going to try my best to keep up my schedule. Can't really talk about it too much yet. I have talked about it in places, but I can't talk about it too much. But yeah, things are getting hectic over here, and I'll try to keep my schedule going. But it's a good hectic, don't worry. But I'm gonna make sure, you know, video-wise, that I have things pre-recorded for at least a month in advance. Because yeah, as I said before, the times they are a-changin'. But anyway, I hope you all have a good week, a good day, good month, and here's to good times. You know, as the vaccinations go up, the you know, general timer towards not normalcy, but a better normal, let's call it. The timer is ticking down towards a better normal as long as, you know, we keep on this path. So it'll come. You know, it might not be very soon, but it'll come, and it's on its way. So hang in there. And thank you very much. See you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.